This episode is brought to you by Dr.K of Black Hills Regional Eye Institute. He specializes in keratoconus, LASIK, laser, and cataract surgery. To learn more about procedures and surgeries, head on over to youtube.com/SteveKMD1, where Dr. K talks to patients and doctors about procedures and any questions that you might have. To set up an appointment with Dr. K, go to SteveKMD.com, or you can contact Dr. Kachikian at 605-203-4256. This episode is brought to you by Keenan Angel Photography. He specializes in families. You can contact Keenan at KeenanAngelPhotography.com. Keenan Angel is also a co-creator of Creative 605 Studio, located downtown Rapid City. He does engagements. You can check out Keenan's work on Instagram, and specializes in weddings. Contact Keenan at 605-863-1393. And if you're interested in sponsoring an episode from Black Hills Podcast, contact us at blackhillspodcast@gmail.com.
Mama. Ooh.
All right.
You ready for this?
We are on, boys.
Yeah. I'm so excited about this.
Look at this fucking hair, man.
It's badass.
Righteous. You got a lot of it too. It's not all thin.
I don't know what camera.
His hair is
we're looking at.
badass.
That camera,
We're
that
looking
camera,
at-
that camera.
There's
one,
all kinds of
camera
cameras.
two.
Camera
Camera
one,
one, camera two.
Camera two. Camera one. Camera two.
Happy birthday,
2 seconds.
Mr. President.
It's been a while since I drew a podcast, but what's up, Black Hills?
Hey.
Today, man, I got to get back at it. I'm using Creative 605 Studio. Thanks, guys, for letting me use
Yes.
the
Shout out to
studio.
Josh Williams for putting this this office
Yeah,
space up.
Josh
That's
and
cool.
Keenan.
Yeah.
Keenan too?
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Big things
Keenan
for those
Angel.
guys.
Yeah.
Today I have Mitchell Stafford
Yeah.
from Rushmore Radio.
Nope.
93.1.
Nope, you were wrong, bro.
Rushmore, Rushmore.
It used to be.
No, it
Long
used to be a
time
long
ago,
time
yeah.
ago. No, we are Home Slice Media, the Home Slice Media Group in Hot 93.1. And my name is Stitch, not Mitchell Stafford. Just kidding.
It goes by Stitch.
It's Stitch, yeah.
Actually, it's DJ MGK.
No, we're already throwing grenades here. Lace up.
Jeez.
And then we got this weirdo over here.
Yeah.
We got Zach Gibson from XROCK.
Call me Fireballs, the other one, yeah.
101.
Now,
Hurts.
it used to be
Duhamel.
Duhamel Broadcasting, and now it's Riverfront Broadcasting.
Riverfront.
As of January this year, we got bought out. So
Such a tough name.
it's exciting.
Riverfront.
Yeah.
Riverfront.
Riverfront.
Well, it's a company out of Yankton, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They're all over
Which
the
is really
place.
cool.
Yeah. North Dakota. We're the biggest market they've bought, though, that they bought into. So they're pretty excited,
That is cool. Very
as
cool.
they should be.
We're just, happy to be casting pods here in the Black Hills. Thanks for
Thanks,
having
guys.
us, Brandon.
Yeah, man, it's been a minute, but I need to start doing something somewhere. So
No, man, this
if
is a
anybody
cool
knows
thing.
of any studios, let me know.
This is a cool thing that you're doing. Yeah, Brandon's looking for a studio, and I'm sure there's a few of them out there in Rapid City or
Somewhere,
in the local area that could hook you up, brah.
hopefully. So I got a bone to pick with the radio. That's why I wanted you to.
You know what? You're gonna lose the battle. Just FYI.
the bone picking.
Yeah, you're gonna lose.
The bonering?
excited.
I'm gonna lose the bonering.
You're gonna lose the bonering.
Jesus.
I think radio could do something more around here for local musicians and stuff. I don't think they do enough.
Sure.
But
As long as I've been in radio, I've got that.
Man, it's a tough thing too.
it is, man. And I know it's about money. It's a company and stuff. You got to pay it. But
Well,
I
it's
mean,
not
like,
even more about that. It's just
locally.
I mean, I have. Here's the thing: is we've had, at least in the rock genre too. There's lots of talent, and we got guys, souls. You know, like there's a bunch of local bands that I'm into that
Yeah.
I'd love to get out there, but it's not. It's just not. You can't go off of what you personally like. You got to remember that there's 15,000 people listening. That
right.
You know,
Right.
And typically, local bands sound very local, and it's a tune out. It's the bummer.
I mean, I guess that would be the easy way out of the answer, but there's a more complicated answer than that I don't even really know, to be honest.
Well, I know you have to have a certain licensing.
Yes, you definitely have to do that, because, we want to, I did a thing with Nevada from Captain Comfort, and it turned into a thing where I played Mimosa, which is a great song, and Camp Comfort, a lot of, those guys are my great friends.
Locally, those guys are loved.
Yes, I love those guys, and I want to do everything I can to help them. And then, we played their song, and it turned out that, there's this ASCAP thing, and there's all these other legalities that I didn't necessarily know about. Yeah. And we didn't necessarily get hit, but we were like, they reached out to us. We want to know what songs you're playing, and if we don't have the rights to play these songs, even though Camp Comfort, it's their song, we still, we're not paying them to play their song type of thing. So there's this whole legality thing. Again, I'm speaking out of knowing what exactly it is, but there's something there that we can't necessarily do that. Yeah. Which is tough. But I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, man. And when I was living down there, the rock station down there was huge for local bands, man. They did things, and this was 10, 15 years ago. So I don't know if they do it anymore.
The radio used to be, because K-Tech Radio, when they were going on, they'd play local bands all the time. Yeah. They'd play, I don't know. I think you used to get away with a lot more back then, though. 10, 15 years ago.
And they would do like Battle of the Bands, like events and stuff like that. So they would get all these local bands, and they would do this huge event where they bring these local bands in, and they do a Battle of the Bands, and whoever won this huge prize or whatever it was. And it was really cool, man. I loved listening to that down there. It was really cool. But I'm not sure what the whole answer is. I think it's a more complicated answer, just being like, than just we don't do it because we don't want to do it. It's more about there's all this other shit that you have to worry about, man. I think is what the problem is.
There's a supply and demand factor. I mean, like you said, there is a lot of different things. In Phoenix, there was they would actually have about an hour or two. They'd have a block set of local talent. Just nothing but local talent. So that was kind of cool. But it's Phoenix. I mean, you're talking millions of people, like hundreds of bands to choose from and whatnot. We played recently Blacklight District's new single that it actually went on Billboard's Top 100. Like, we got it on there. We played it in the afternoon show. We played it in there. They were super stoked about it. I got an interview done. But it's not in heavy rotation because, it just didn't chart. Yeah. As much as we like it and we love to support the local boys, there's a machine. It's,
right. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's a complicated answer, I guess. We'd love to do more. I've talked about doing a segment on my show, like once a week, just to, not even an hour, but maybe
an hour is only like 7-8 songs in between commercials, and then all that. It's only 7-8 songs.
Roughly.
So it's really not
sometimes a little more.
And a lot of bands around here, there's not even that many.
Right.
Big bands.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
full hour, but
just like do a featured artist, a local artist once a week or something like that, or, but yeah, there's just a lot of things a lot of loopholes you got to figure out and stuff like that. But we'd love to do more, man. But that's why you got Black Hills Podcast that, can feature local artists and stuff like that.
Actually, I do want to feature a little more because I think it'd be good, like, to help.
Yeah.
Like, get them out, like, just because I don't know, we're in the Midwest and we're small doesn't mean you can't be successful and go big.
It's true.
You don't got to move to California to be somebody big.
Right.
You can do it right here, especially with media these days. I mean, you just get on YouTube, start doing it up, you'll get recognized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can, definitely, if you're good enough, for sure. People, you're doing the right things to make it happen. I mean, it takes a lot to break out, obviously. People try their whole lives to break out, man, and they never do. For whatever reason.
It's totally right, man. Mitchell is running hot.
I'm telling you, bro.
He's the only one.
I was just thinking,
I project my voice, bro.
Why does his voice sound sexier than mine? This is
because I am sexier. I don't like
this,
bro. Look at me. Look at me. Look at him. Look at me. Look at him. I'm sexier.
What do you guys? I don't want to sound like an interviewer because I'm just a bullshitter. But what would you do different if, like, you owned your own? Hypothetically, if you owned your own station, what would you do different?
It's a good question.
You ever thought about it?
All the time. I mean, it's it's the same thing with DJing, okay? Because there's a lot of people that think that they can just plug in their phone and DJ a party, and you might be able to, but
Pandora Radio.
Tater chip. I'm just saying, man. Like, anybody thinks it, and anybody can think they can just come in and program a radio station. It's a lot harder than you think it is, man. There's a lot of things involved. Like you said, it's a machine, and there's, you have to look at the charts. You have to look at all these different things to make sure that
Would you be interested in running a radio station? Like
100%.
Mm-hmm. Would you?
I think him and I both know that we're the youngest on-air personalities in the market right now, and we're the future. And there's a lot of things we have to consider. They know that. Both of us were hired knowing that we're going to be the future of the companies respectively. And there's a lot of things that, as a young guy, you try not to come in and be like, I'm going to throw a wrench in the, exactly.
Yeah, right,
and you
can't.
get a big ego, man. You think you know everything or whatever, and you get knocked down a few pegs. And that's happened to me a few times. And I told him, I was like, hey, you'll probably have to check my ego a couple times. But at the same time, I mean, I've been doing radio for over 8 years. Like there's certain things that are different in this generation that no one really saw coming and have changed. I mean, you look at ease of access, like what our generation can do in the palm of their hands while they're driving. They can, if I don't like what I hear, I'll
Not
change
while
it.
you're driving.
So
know what I'm saying?
There's so many resources for music these days.
Yeah.
I don't know where radio is going to be in 10 years. I don't know where local news is going to be in 10 years.
Right.
These TV channels and stuff like that, everybody's going out on their own market now.
Mm-hmm.
Like streaming services are like, if you can get a couple and start creating your own or having other people create channels and stuff, you just create your own service, like Pluto TV, free TV.
Right.
And it's got all this stuff on it, and it's free streaming, and they got, Crackle. So many out there. It's just ridiculous.
It really is,
I don't know where all this media is going to be in 10 years. It's
an ever-changing market, man. The digital spectrum. I mean, as far as digital advertising, digital streaming, all that stuff, it changes every single day.
Doing something like this, like 10 years ago, I never even thought about it. When I started doing radio, I was like, I always wanted to do radio, and I was like, yeah. Then I was like, man, this is boring. Like,
right.
I was bored. I was like, God, what am I doing?
See,
I'm not bored, dude. I love my job.
I love radio. I do love it. There's times where I am challenged to keep everyone's attention because our generation we're like hamsters.
Yeah, it's a 2-second thing. Like,
and so when you hear the same song over and over and over,
right.
And I've noticed now too, like my dad still, he's like, why do you change your song so much? 2 minutes in, I'm like, I'm over it. I'm over it, man. I can change it. I can do whatever I want. Mm-hmm. You can't do that with radio.
Yeah.
And so usually my one thing that I have against some radio is repetition. I mean, and of course there's the big complaint about, oh, you guys play this song to death. You play it to death. You play it to death. We hear more than anyone.
Yeah.
So we know if it gets played to death, but there's a reason for that. It's actually cycled in a certain way to where different people at different times can hear that song.
Yeah.
And they request it, but it's typically the listeners that force us to do that, play it to death, and it's kind of a bummer because we don't want to. But
and we go off of charts.
Generations are changing, and that's a bad thing. Is they go by charts that are not even here; they're somewhere else.
Yeah, it's in major markets. And stuff
I do agree. Yeah. Markets are different here
because we don't report.
Yeah.
Yep.
To like media base and stuff like that. But either way, man, we still follow it because
Mitchell,
top 40.
Just like another inch back.
Just like
just an inch back.
How about we do
this? There you go.
Sorry, guys. The thing about radio, though, man, is it's always going to be around because it reaches 93% of adults every single day because it's live and local.
Yeah,
and people are going to tune into that.
That is the thing between different generations too. Is younger people will pull their phone out and Bluetooth their phone and put their music on before they even put it in drive. Mm-hmm. And that's how the world is going. So many people nowadays are hooking up to what they want to do. Spotify, play a song on YouTube, do something.
Sometimes I need to be shown something new though too.
Yeah.
So, like I'll switch it around. I'll get in my phone, and if there's something in particular I want to listen to, that's cool. Otherwise, I'll just flip on the radio station and hear what I hear. And if I like it, cool. If not, then I can always switch it.
Yeah, because sometimes it takes too much time, man. I'd be like, man, I don't know what song I want to listen to.
It's harder than ever to keep people's attention. I think that's my focus.
Yeah, because radio personalities have kind of lost that over the years, man. It's a radio problem, not a Black Hills problem. It's a general problem. Yeah. Like, corporate radio kind of took over, and all, back in the day when I was growing up, man, I used to relate to the radio personalities. Like, we'd listen to him and be like, yeah, this is cool because this person did this, that, and the other thing or whatever. And radio personalities have kind of lost that now. And it's more about like, this is, here's what's coming up this weekend. Yeah, type of thing. And I catch myself doing that too. But at the same time, I also want to be somebody that people can relate to. So I try to
I was told to, hey, shocker, not everything you hear on radio is live, right? So sometimes if you're tracking a program or something like that, so you get a couple hours where you're tracking, and I'll be recording something and then I'll sneeze. And a lot of guys will re-record that, or, I'll get yelled at. I'll be like, you're really going to leave that in? Like, yeah, I'm going to leave it in. And it's got to the point now where I announce it on air. I call it raw radio. I was like, that's raw. I was like, I sneeze because I'm a human being and I'm not a robot. And I was like, you want to be relatable, like that's, if I burp on air, I'm going to leave it. Well,
I think that stuff that is, I think if you take it too professional, you lose the authenticity.
Right.
In the media. And I don't want to see that. I like a lot of YouTube channels and stuff I watch. Everybody is in the market to make so much money that they're uninteresting because it's not authentic. It's so fake. It's just a gimmick now. And
it's all about the money.
It is. I don't want to do that. Even when I start making money, and I got sponsors and stuff, but I am not.
And I told myself going into that the exact same thing, dude. I wouldn't do that, man. I'd do this job because I love it, man. It's not because of the money. But
if you love
let's be real, man. Radio personalities
do
don't make a lot of money anyways. I'm just throwing that out
there. Got enough to pay your bills.
Yeah, that's true. But no, Brandon, this is a cool thing that you're doing, man. It really is, dude.
So what I've kind of wanted to do is find a way to mesh the two, and we're working on a program right now too.
The FCC is actually working on something to let podcasters now play music, so they can actually be a radio station.
Really? Oh,
so if a radio station wanted to purchase or sponsor like the podcaster, and then take their show and put it on a radio station, like late at night, when they do all that anyway.
Yeah. And that's actually,
they can add in their own music. They can do it right there. They can do their podcasts, and then they can just purchase it and put it on a radio. So and that's what kind of where it's
actually what we're trying to do at Home Slice is we want to eventually launch our Home Slice podcast network. And we've already did a few things, but that's coming, and we want to be interested in things like this, and locally, and all that stuff. So
again, when something is owned by the media, it puts that whole red tape all wrapped around it, so it's not as much
possibly
freedom.
But
it's gonna be cool. I mean,
the thing about Home Slice, which I love about it, is that we're a local company. We're not a corporate company, so we're not owned.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're out of Sturgis, South Dakota.
That fills my
There's
my
4
heart.
or 5.
So you drive to Sturgis? Or
no, we have a home office here, but we also have an office in Sturgis.
Oh, okay.
But we own 6 radio stations. We own
what's that guy's name that does the Rush hockey?
Gunner. Adrian from the Fox.
I like him.
Yeah, he's
Gunner's cool.
He is, man. He's always been.
Shout out to Gunner.
Yeah.
100.3 the Fox. It's a home slice station.
That's my favorite station. He likes
Home Slice. He likes where he works.
That's my favorite station on the Fox.
Yeah.
I dig all their music. I can put it on and I don't get annoyed.
Why is that? Is it just the songs?
It's a variety.
Yeah.
It's a variety, and it's the songs.
Such a massive library that they play, dude.
Q92.3 they have a wide variety too, but they don't use all that availability. It's just
so Q92 is ours. That's part of and we just got a new program director. Adam just left. He moved to Chicago. So congratulations to that guy. You got some pretty great opportunities.
Better be packing a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he's from there. He lived there before, so he knows that place very well.
But that's something they're looking at, and that's been probably my main niche is variety, changing it up.
Yeah, I try to play as much new music as possible. That's my thing, because I get old with music too. So during my show, dude, literally I play 3 new songs an hour almost.
What station is that? 102.7, I think it is. That is fucking rad. Okay, I put that on the other day, man, and I heard a song from Michael Jackson I have not heard in like 20 years. And then I heard all this stuff, and I was just getting down in the car.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I loved it.
That's my favorite thing is like Throwback Thursdays.
Yeah.
Listen, we have the same demographic, so we're kind of competitors, but we're not.
Except for you're more male driven and we're more female driven.
Exactly. Yeah. So we got different drivers and whatnot, but on Thursdays, I don't miss it. I don't miss 93.1 because I love Throwback Thursdays. I love to be able to change it up, man. Because you throw in a Bieber song. I've heard it a million times. So
right, exactly.
That's Run cool. DMC. I'm all about it.
Yeah,
right.
Throwback Thursdays are cool.
Yeah, that's very cool, man. Chrissy and Oakley came up with that. I think 6 years ago, man.
I like
Chrissy and Oakley.
Yeah, I used to work with Chrissy for a little bit.
Chrissy's been in the radio business since she was 14 years old. Man.
She used to do She Radio back in the day. I think that was at 102.
The thing is, too, is like most of the radio personalities around here, people that are in radio, have worked for every company at least once,
I think we all started. So I worked with Chrissy at Case Guy, and then him and I started at Case Guy.
Yeah.
A lot of people started Case Guy, and they kind of get shuffled around and whatnot. My grandpa, Jerry McGovern, was one of the first DJs like in the Black Hills.
Yeah,
really? He helped start Rushmore Radio and whatnot. It's kind of crazy that everyone gets their starts here. And that was before, I didn't even know that. I got into radio and then found that out, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. I invited Morgan on the show. I sent him a message, but he's always too busy.
Oh, he actually meant, he told me, he's like, dude, you have to tell him how sorry I am I missed it.
He's not sorry, dude.
No,
he's not sorry.
And I joked about like, oh yeah, no, I'll tell him, sure. And he's like, I'm fucking serious, dude. You need to let him know I'm really sorry. Like he's like, he wanted to be a part of it. But
me and Kevin, we're buddies, man. When I used to work with him, and we used to do. He did a remote a lot of times for Buffalo Chip contests and stuff.
Oh yeah,
and I was the actual DJ at the club. So,
really?
Yeah. All right.
So we used to work together, and we already worked doing radio. So we just collaborate and stuff, and collaborate and listen.
Stop. Collaborate and listen.
It's man, he's fun to work with every morning. He's different.
He's a good time, man. I like it.
He's a great guy.
He's funny, man.
I was told when I went in there before, XROCK had been kind of considering me for a while just because I'm a good fit there, So and I held out for them, and then finally the opportunity opened up, and it was kind of like, hey, your job's finally yours if you want it, and so before I went in, they're like, okay, now before you do though. Here's what it's like to work with Kevin. And this is everyone that I confronted, like, have you ever worked with Kevin before?
Totally easy.
Right. Well, I love the guy. No, he's the most headstrong guy I've ever met in my life. But they say, hey, 20 years in the business, longer. You listen to everything he has to say. You absorb everything he has. And I've never met anyone more dedicated to their craft in my entire life than that guy.
Yeah.
It drives me fucking insane most days because I'm like, you need to chill. Have some fun. It's okay, to make a mistake or whatever. But at the same time, the amount that I've learned from watching him work is pretty cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, the guy who trained me was Jay Davis.
Oh yeah, Jay.
Yeah, Jay, man. He also trained Oakley.
Yeah, he. I don't know, man. I just went in and BS'd with him for a little bit, and he was like, "Yeah, bring it in. You're loose."
Yeah,
Like, we did it, and as soon as he turned the mic on.
His production skills are unreal, dude. His Buffalo Chip ads.
His voice.
I know, dude.
He showed me how he does that, and he's the one who actually...
Legendary Buffalo Chip.
He got me into all this. He got me into all this. Like, that's how I know how to do all this. Is because of him. Because he just...
Yeah, he knows his shit.
He's smart. Sure. Yeah, and he showed me how to do those commercials and stuff. And he's like, first I go out and smoke a cigarette, then I'll come back and then I'll do the commercial. It clears up my voice. Jay Davis.
Yeah, dude.
I've always wanted to smoke just because like everyone who smokes has a wicked voice. I'm like,
they do, yeah.
I want to smoke. I hate smoking.
And then you get
emphysema.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody go, I want to smoke.
I
mean, unless you're like 13 or something. Like, I want to hit that cigarette, man. No,
you got some bitch voice because you're all healthy.
Listen to that bitch.
Start killing yourself, and then you're like, "Oh, yeah, that sounds sexy.
This sounds so good, man." You ready to do this?
Vitamin water, you little bitch.
Mike Wazowski. I love it. Oh man, so I didn't even know you were in radio, man. That's something new for me. So that's cool, dude.
I did. I liked radio. We lost our production director Jay, though. He quit. Mm-hmm. And went to Rushmore Radio.
Yeah.
And we didn't have one for like a month and a half, 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Where were you working at?
I was at Q92.
Oh, so
and I used to help out on XROCK.
Sure.
Yeah.
Buckner was running it.
Oh, yeah.
And in the mornings, Morg wasn't there or anybody was there. It was just Buckner. I would drop in and he's like, hey, come help me out. And we just do it up. And it was awesome.
Yeah, Buckner was a cool guy. I wish I got to work with him. I didn't get to, so when Buckner left, that's when Jersey came in. And Jersey and I we started a Case Guy, and he's known me since I was a kid. So it was like Buckner was the one that I missed right when he left. I didn't get a chance to work with him. I heard a lot of good things, though. I heard he was great. Like Kevin still, we go through like our old bits. Murdoch
Yeah, shout out to Murdoch, man.
Murdoch.
He's an innovator in this industry, man. And he's our vice president from Home Slice, dude. And
I got a hold of him too to have him on, and he was stoked.
Yeah, dude.
But
I look up to that guy. I love that guy more than anything, man. He's
I like his glasses.
No, I mean just how smart and intelligent he is, and like you were saying earlier, like where's media going to be at in 10 years? Murdoch. We all don't know, but we're trying to stay ahead of the curve. And that's why we're trying to do different things to do that. So stay innovative.
I think I've agreed with him on things. Pretty much everything except for downtown parking is terrible.
The only thing is he's never wrong.
Except for downtown parking is awful.
He will argue with that
until the day I die. Until they put a damn parking garage.
Oh, that's story of the year. Why don't you play that song in XROCK, bro?
I'd love to. Do you know how often I get that? Why don't you play this? Because it's not a hit, right, Kevin?
I get that.
It's not a hit.
I get that all the time too, man. Why didn't you do this or that? I mean, come on. There's a method to the madness, all right? I mean, we do the things we do because A, we have to in a sense, and B, because there's a method to the madness.
I remember like having the same complaints, going into radio, and then you're like, yeah, how come this, that, and then you learn everything, and you like it wasn't explained to you, just like we can't really explain it to them in the same way. It's just, you got to live it. It's just different.
Yeah.
You want to do things and then you can't, whether it's where the money comes from. The money, it usually puts a strangle on things.
The money's principle.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's why you hear 10 Ariana Grande songs is because the label pays for that, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
She's hot, too.
Anyways.
Isn't she like 16?
No. Come on.
She's at least.
She's like 22 or 20. Yeah. Let's Google it. That's what Google's for.
Oh, that's bad. That's Bad Baby. Never mind. I'm thinking of that everybody thinks.
She's
Billie
16
Eilish or
17. No. Yeah. Bad Baby, like that chick that got in trouble for, or was on Dr. Phil and like blew up into this big rap
Catch
star.
Me Outside girl?
Yeah. Catch Me Outside.
Didn't she get fake tits before? Like she's like 16 with fake tits.
Yes.
Yeah. How the fuck does that work?
It's disgusting.
What doctor's working on it and just like putting some new tits in some 16-year-old today, babe?
Someone rich got some hush money. That's all it was.
Man. But I bet you that guy's wife.
Yeah, she's 16 years old. Bad Baby.
Her name's Bad Baby. That's what she goes by.
Yeah.
Oh, it's spelled like I thought it was Bad Bobby.
It's Danielle Bergoli or whatever. But yeah, her rap name, her rapper name.
Disgusting.
Jesus.
I don't even know if I'm in the frame because all I see is light. Yeah. So I might have fucked this whole thing up. But
you probably did. It's fine. Hey guys, Brandon's right over here. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Somewhere I know it's okay. They got to look at these fresh dime pieces. Over
look
here.
at this. No, I'm just kidding.
Put cologne on. I'm sure you can smell it through the camera.
Yeah. Nice. Wow.
Oh man. So what do you guys think of the Black Hills, man? You like it here rather than?
Man, I love it here. Honestly, I mean, there's a vibe here that it's different. But at the same time, I hate winter. Like, I'm not a winter dude. Like, it is cold out, dude.
Midwest winters are tough.
And like, we didn't even really have a summer at all this year, 2019. For those of you watching,
yeah,
and it's like it was like a spring, elongated spring, and then October hits.
Summer, yeah.
October hits, and it's like winter. You don't even get a fall. Like it's depressing.
I remember 2 years ago, it was like, I swear it was 16 or 17. It didn't snow until after Christmas. It was cold, but it didn't snow all the way until December, like late December.
Dude, Deadwood and Lead no, they probably got like 5 feet of snow already just in October.
I've lived everywhere, like Arizona, California, Oklahoma. I've been all over the place. I love Arizona. And the 3 months of really hot heat, you get over it for the 70-degree days the rest of the year. But when you move down there and there's no shade and people have rocks for yards, like it's a shock, man. It's different.
That's why.
And if you grew up here, this place is a black hole for a reason. Like, it's just too easy to live here. The winter is the only complaint, really.
That really is.
I like winter and up here. Like, I used to live in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I love it here. Because it gets rid of all the spiders for a season.
Yeah.
That's true. And then you're good to go. I mean, you got a couple here and there. You got a couple here and there, but they're not everywhere. Like out there, you go hike with your friends. Some trails are full and they all come out when you walk over. The shadows bring them out.
I don't mind
so they'll follow
spiders.
They'll follow your shadow.
I hate snakes, dude. You could throw a gardener snake in my face and I would freak out, cry like a girl.
Really?
Dude. I hate snakes so much. I'm like, ah!
I'm afraid of spiders, but not really snakes.
Really?
A whole lot. Oh, spiders, man! I'll throw
The bigger,
I'll throw a punch at a spider, and whoever was coming at me with one, man, it's just like, be ready, dude, because I ain't taking that. Like, no, man.
Yeah,
I love snakes. Like, and I'll wrestle an alligator. I'll kiss a
Oh,
snake.
really?
Like
You'll wrestle an alligator?
Yeah, but yeah, spiders, hell no, dude. Like,
hell no.
But the big furry ones, tarantulas, I'm all about. They're like puppies to me. I don't know what it is. Like, that's fine. I actually used to catch them in Arizona all the time. I like caught one in a Coke bottle, and you piss it off, and I let it down. It kind of came out like it was going to come at me, but it's the angular ones.
See, I thought about just being a snowbird, dude. Like, I just stay in radio and I make all this money, right? That radio people make. And I just be a snowbird, dude.
Yeah.
Be a snowbird and move to Arizona for 8 months out of the year and then come back for
the nice couple months we have. When it's nice here, though, it is beautiful.
I love
it's gorgeous.
It, dude. It really is, man. And summertime here and like all the things that are going on in downtown Rapid City, like summer nights and like all the other Main Street Square. That's just a cool, vibrant area that we have, man.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the weather, man. It's been real kooky lately. Like even at summer nights, it rain, stop.
It's weird.
I just need to find a way to adapt. If I snowboarded, I'd probably love it here. I don't snowboard. I don't have
I just
a
hate being
snowmobile.
cold, dude.
I do like snow bunnies, but that's as far as I go. Like, I don't.
Like, I'm freezing right now, and I like want to put a hoodie on.
I'm a polar bear. Like, I'm built for here, but I'm not.
I'm cold as shit right now. Like we put on like a fire in here or something?
It is kind of cold and it's a little chilly.
It's hot as hell in here, you guys. Are you guys cold?
No, I'm freezing, dude.
Oh, my God.
Seriously, like, I have goosebumps. Stop it.
It's just
Quit it.
Zach will keep you
Anyways,
warm.
one day that one day, even though me and Zach work for different companies, one day eventually it's gonna happen. We're gonna have our own radio show. It's gonna happen one day. I think the people want it.
Collaborativeness is key, man. It's like just a personality and
yeah.
You guys are homies. I didn't even know that either before I even had you guys on. I was like, shit.
They came out of nowhere. Yeah, that's it's because again we started in radio and I had heard of him before. Like we kind of seen each other, but we started at the same company and
we were working at. You remember NEW back in the day? Like I worked there for way before you did. Not way before, but then like when I left, you were working there and like you knew all the same people that I knew.
feel like half of Rapids.
And then like
worked
so
there.
we became.
Didn't you work there?
No, I worked at ASI.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, like same
similar.
kind of thing, you know, like that
call center.
Yeah,
and
right
we
there.
hated our lives because we're not the type of people to be in a cubicle for 8 hours a day locked to that. It's like a jail, bro.
There are people out there who actually like their call center jobs,
which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but I personally hated it.
No, I employ them. Like that's awesome. Go for it.
Yeah.
Like we need you people because I'll be goddamned if I'm gonna sit in a cubicle all day and answer phone and get yelled at and just go home and
for sure, dude. Like I think it was a tough job. It wasn't for anybody. I mean, now it's good paying job and they have great insurance, which is great.
Benefits and stuff.
The benefits were amazing there, but like
I can't do it. Man. I could never do it again.
I wanted to do. I knew that there was something more for me, man.
That's actually how I got my start in radio, though. Was doing like
desperation to get out. The motivation.
Well, yeah, exactly right.
Give me anything. Give me something. I will do radio. I don't care.
No, that's what it is. When you're doing something that really gets under your skin, you wake up and you're like, I
can't even get out of bed.
Want to go to work.
Yeah.
That is gonna put a fire under your ass to get something, and that's what this is all about, man. It's just like putting a fire in your ass, like
trying to do something.
Want to do something you don't want to do?
Yeah, exactly, man.
Oh, that's where it was
Follow
for me.
your dreams,
like car sales it got so stressful. And it was just, and I was missing my son's basketball games. I was like, it was just stress, and it was great money.
Yeah.
Awesome money. But then I reached a point where I was just like, fuck this. Like, I'm tired. I could live in a cardboard box. I don't care. But if I get paid to do what I love, that is the dream. And I get paid to make fart jokes and talk about chicks now.
I love that. I love that because some people, I mean, they love money, but their lives are shit because they're breaking relationships, and all they do is talk about how much money they have to other people. Nobody really gives a fuck
Nobody
about
cares
them. They hate
about
them.
that, man. Don't do that. That's douchebagness. Stop that.
If you like love, you got a happy medium, but you love your life, and then you love what you're doing. Dude, you're so much of an easier person to be around. It's nice.
Man.
You're not so negative. You're like, I got all this money, but my job is awesome.
It's all about the balance. I mean, there's days where I'm driving a $60,000 pickup and I'm in radio. Those two things don't usually go together. There's definitely some months where I'm like, so, and those months, and it can get stressful. So money is important, and it's all about the balance. Like I'm still working on trying to balance it a little bit more right now. It's not that I'm lazy or I have a super
let's be
carefree
real, man.
life.
In this day and age, man, you have to have 2 to 3 side gigs to figure out your shit to make your money here, man. Like in general, just to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Because
or you have to have
the cost of living keeps going up. Yeah. The cost of living keeps going up, but the wages are staying the same, man. Yeah. And it's tough, dude. That's why
I see greedy things out there all the time, and it just pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah. Do you think it's effeminate if you cook a nice meal for your lady or a lady?
If you don't, you're not a man.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
you have to.
Yeah, I do that at least 3 times a week. Now I'm lying. It's once, but either way, I still do it.
What's funny is like, so my program is inherently misogynistic. Like that's just kind of how it goes. And so now it's funny because my sister is, I don't want to call her a feminazi, but like she's been known, Sabrina, she's been known to like kind of lead the women's rights campaigns around here. Right. So
does she?
Yeah. And
nice.
So, and I've never called myself a feminist. I'm a humanist, but I still think there are some things that as a man you need to do. You need to know how to do. You need to take care of yourself and your family. That's just kind of how I was raised. My dad's Hank Hill, so
Hank
Bobby
Hill. Really?
Like that's 100% him. Like that's Hank
God
Hill.
damn it, Bobby.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, that was him, dude. That's
boy, I'll tell you what. God damn it, Bobby. I'm gonna get Perry on it.
That's pretty good. I had to learn from that, and yeah, you need to learn how to cook. You know, there's just certain things you have to do. You can't expect your woman to do everything. You can't.
No, not at all.
It's about balance. You know, like I'm not that guy either that thinks I need to bring home the bacon. Like it's all me. If you can afford to do that, cool. You know, maybe your wife wants to be a stay-at-home mom,
which is totally fine.
Which is a hard job.
Yeah.
Like, and so it's an agreement. You know, I'm not about the whole we're in a relationship. I'm going to bring home the money. If you make more money than me, that's a problem. You know, if you make more money, cool. But as long as I bring my half, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. Cooking for your lady,
50.
Cleaning for your lady, doing like I don't know, man. There's a lot of people out there, guys. I watch these shows, and some of the guys give them shit. Like in the middle of a podcast, it'll come up, and they're like, you know, what's the nicest thing you've done for your wife or girlfriend lately? And they're just like, let her do my laundry. Like, she loves doing it. Dude. And it's like, have you not lifted a hand for this poor girl? Like it's just appreciative to get something done for you. You know?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. I've seen. You know, what's funny is there's the whole love languages and whatnot, which I kind of got into. I think there's like 5 love languages or whatever. I'm one of those guys that I like to give. I give all the time. Like most of my day is thinking about how I can make your day better. And, you know, relationship wise and whatnot. I keep dating girls where that's not them. So their way of expressing their love for me is like doing dishes or whatever. Mine is like notes or, you know, back massages and whatnot.
Right.
And so
it's a little thing.
So you're kind of a nice guy, dude. Nice guys finish last. You remember that Green Day song?
Yeah.
Is
it a Green Day song?
Yeah, it's a Green Day
Is that the song about masturbation?
No, that's
probably.
That's long.
In my case.
Are you not? Come on, man. We're Green Day fans here. What's going on? You guys are talking about Green Day? Fuck. No, but I get what you're saying though, for sure. But seriously, man, nice guys finish last, dude. If you do that type of stuff, girls aren't used to it, man. Girls are just used to fucking assholes treating them like shit.
There's a very small group of girls that actually like nice guys.
It's very small though. I'm sure.
Very small group, like amount of percentage. And then, I mean, if you're a fucking real pile of shit, dude.
You guys are you're looking at it all wrong.
No, I'm not. I've experienced it, man.
It's not a nice guy thing. Okay, so first of all, do you guys believe in the friend zone?
Are we gonna? Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, friend zone is not a fucking thing.
Oh,
it is a real thing.
Here we go. We got
no. So
if they find you unattractive, they're not gonna fuck you. And that's like, I'm trying to be your real nice friend because I want to get in your panties. And that's what that guy does. Is just trying to be so nice to get in your panties.
And he's an idiot.
I'll go buy you a Starbucks and some coffee.
If you're trying to befriend a girl and basically guilt her into fucking you, you're doing it wrong. You're not making your intentions clear. You can be nice. It's okay to be a nice guy.
Write a book.
This podcast,
but you don't be like, hey, I was nice to you, so fuck me. Like that's not how that works.
This podcast went from radio to dating advice with Zach Gibson.
We got the radio out of the way. I just got that out of the way first.
Now the real shit's opening up. Don't ask me, man. I'm a selfish prick, so don't talk to me.
Look at fucking Mitchell here, man.
I'm sorry, dude.
Damn.
I don't know what it is, man. It's just the voice, bro.
It's the
Seriously,
voice.
I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do.
because I host summer nights, right? And like the sound guy, Jason Hoare from Powerhouse Studios. Shout out to Jason. He does a great job at summer nights. He always has to give me the mic that has a huge compression on it because my voice, dude, like I just like, hey everybody, welcome to summer nights. And look, it leans back up a little bit. I know. I gotta learn that, dude. But
it's like broke my computer.
I don't know what it is. I'm just glad, that I can project my voice.
I do want to say,
it's a real thing.
It's been amazing watching you grow.
Oh,
like,
thank you, buddy.
So when he got into radio, he did that voice. He puked his, like.
Hey, everybody, welcome to what's that? 95.1 Kids Guy. Yeah.
There's a lot of people I've noticed around here when they get into radio, they get that radio voice, and it's very cliche.
It still comes out every now and then, man. But yeah, dude.
I want to hear you guys' lamest radio voice. I want Zach to go first.
Okay, my lamest one.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, I'm DJ Stitch. What's up? I'm a 93.1.
I don't think I can follow that.
DJ Stitch. Go on. DJ MGK.
EST for life. For real though, but let's see if I can do mine, dude. Like, all right, let's see. 101.1 and 103.5. My name's Zachary Fireball Gibson.
You gotta deepen a little bit.
You just go the whole time. Like,
I sound like I just had sex for like 3 hours and just. I don't want to be
lamest voice. You think I really sound like that?
No,
I hate you.
You did. You don't anymore. You're pretty good.
I am pretty good. I'm very good at what I do.
And I like when he gets on the mic at clubs for whatever reason. Like every club we go to, the DJ hands on the mic. Hey, here,
that's a real thing.
You might want to turn the volume down.
Yeah, it's straight into it. Order fucking like just
dude,
gets into it. It's great.
Starts deep throating the mic.
He's like, he hands me the mic. He's like, you want to try it? I'm like, oh, no,
man, I can't do that.
I can't.
Just got to count music.
Being DJ is awesome because, like. I love talking, and I don't like being on video and stuff, so being a DJ is awesome.
Right.
But when you're doing, like, public stuff, I'm out.
Dude, for real, man, I have crazy anxiety when like I said, I do summer nights every Thursday during the summer, and for whatever reason, anytime I'm about to get on stage, dude, I about freak out, and I don't have any idea why, man. I do it every week. Like, I know how to do it. I know what I'm doing, but for whatever reason, I just love it. Like that to me, like being in front of people still sketches me out.
Makes you go,
yeah.
It doesn't out the window.
I think I did when I first started. I had that a little bit of stage fright and whatnot because we did summer nights for a while. Mm-hmm. So before Hot took it over, we did summer nights, and so I get up there and I had my start, and I got a little nervous, whatnot, but. I don't know what it was. I think doing the poster model searches where I could actually have fun with the crowd. And then I got Buffalo Chip hired me for a while, and I got to do some MC with the bikini models and stuff. It was terrible. Awful time.
Terrible.
I would never do it again, ever. Yes, I would. If you need me.
Greg Smith. Hire Zach again. Greg Smith.
But, I mean, that was fun. And it got to the point now where, I don't know. I'm not scared to fuck up. Because that's real, So as long as you can recover,
it's raw.
Well, like for me, man, I don't know, man. Like I have this stigma of like I don't want people to judge me for whatever reason, man. Like I don't I don't know. It's not that I care what people think. In a sense,
I mean, everyone does.
I do.
In a sense that you do.
I don't try and like impress them. I'm just myself.
Right.
But if they don't like accept.
I also know that if I look out into the crowd,
it's taken me a while to get to that point, man.
Yeah.
For
not
sure.
Everybody's going to be a fan of everybody, though.
Right.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to hate you for whatever you do.
For whatever, man. For no reason at all, actually, sometimes.
The uglier you are, the more accepted you are. And I'm pretty accepted. I don't know about Zach over here, though, man. Damn.
I got told this weekend, like, that I met this chick outside Buffalo Bodega.
Off of Tinder.
Yeah, no. I actually don't do Tinder. I haven't done a one-night stand. This is a true story. I haven't done a one-night stand in like 6 months. Like, I'm just like done with all that crap. It's crazy. And And so anyway,
oh my God.
I ran into this chick and she's like, hey, are you friends with this guy? I was like, yeah. She goes, and you're Zach Gibson, right? I was like, yeah. I was like, are we Facebook friends or something? This happens to me all the time. I have a terrible memory, awful memory. And I was like, I figured we were friends and I just never met her. She goes, no, I always swipe on you. Like you always pop up or whatever. I'm like, cool. So you just told me you like always see me and then you recognize me, but you like won't add me on Facebook.
They just think you're a big old douchebag.
Right. So fast forward. This is when we were at the cabin, by the way. So fast forward to 3:00 in the morning and I'm still talking to this girl, which is just real casual. She goes, we need rides home. It's like, You're in Deadwood.
Mind you, we're like 20 minutes out, dude.
Yeah, and you didn't call a cab.
In the snowstorm. That was crazy out there.
Yeah, so I hopped in my pickup. I was like, all right, I'll come get you. So I took him to St. Ange. And
you're so nice.
I dropped him off or whatever. I didn't even... Right. Yeah, I didn't even try and like take him. They're like, are we going? Where are we going? I was like, I'm taking you to your parents' house. Like, that's where we're going. Right.
Yeah.
So then on the way back, she goes... By the way, I always swipe on you because I heard you were a misogynistic asshole. But you're totally not. And I'm like, and I've been dealing with that. I'm like, I'm with this prick.
People always get like this prejudgment, man. Like when they don't know you. I don't know what it is.
Well, somebody hears something from one person and it's wildfire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially in this town, man. It's such a small town, dude. People talk.
Yeah. Everybody, every single human makes mistakes. Yep. It doesn't matter who it is. Yep. Like you watching, you probably have made a mistake.
Yes.
That's not your whole life. That's not who you are every day.
You definitely have made a mistake.
Yeah. That's not who you are every day. That's not who you are most of the time.
Yep.
It's just, we're humans, man. We're fucking apes.
Yeah, dude.
So it's like, we're gonna
fuck up at one point.
Oh, yeah.
At some point.
You can't
it could be a
judge
major
like
fuck
that.
up.
Yeah.
It could be a little fuck up.
And
whatever.
We're all growing. I mean, like when people are like, where'd you grow up at? You didn't fucking grow up. Your body grew, but you didn't grow up until you're like in your 20s and 30s. Like,
yeah, that's when your brain.
That's when you
Isn't
start
there like
growing.
a scientific fact about that, about your brain? Like it doesn't actually mature until you're like
25
or 26.
Yeah,
for men.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm not a science guy. This guy is over here.
To kind of bring it back to like the whole stage fright thing too, that's one reason that kind of comforts me, because I look out on the crowd and I think there's maybe 0.3% of people that are looking at me right now that have the ability to judge me.
Right.
And it'd be like, you, Kevin Murdoch. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Everyone else, I'm like, you're just a bunch of fucktards. Like, you're just here to have a good time. If I fuck up, who are you to judge? You do this.
Yeah, you come up here and do this.
Right.
I've always wanted to be a lead singer of a band, dude, but like I've just never.
I think you could.
That's easy. Anything in music. I mean, it's like you warm up as soon as you start going, and then
everything's fine. Yeah.
And then it just goes. Then you're just like tunnel vision.
Right.
Like I used to be in a band, and it was that first song. After that, boom, we're
just rocking and rolling. Oh, yeah, dude.
And like this too, you get rolling.
Well, and I have a lot of friends in bands, including, like I said, Camp Comfort Band, and they threw me a birthday party, dude, a couple weekends ago.
It was dope.
I heard about that. We were gonna go too.
It was so cool, man. Like they did that out of just the kindness of their hearts, man, and like it kind of grew legs on its own, and it would turn out to anything that I was just so humbled by it. Like I cried that night and anything. But anyways, they let me like get up there and sing with them and stuff like that. They're just good dudes, man, and like that's just a cool outlet.
How did that party go?
Dude, it was
lit
unreal,
AF.
man. It was unreal, dude. Like I said, I was kind of nervous because we just kind of put it together. Nevada was like, because I reached out to Nevada. I was like, dude, it'd be cool just like throw a house party and you guys play or something. He's like, no, man, let's get a venue, bro. And I'm like, okay.
It was stellar.
And then I know Ashley McCabe Walton over there at Cheers Lounge and John Fearon over here at the Rushmore Hotel. They kind of talked to each other and like, hey, let's do this party here, because John couldn't do it at the Rushmore because he had something booked there. Oh, yeah. And Ashley was like, fuck yeah, dude, let's do this. And like, it turned out really, really good, dude, for everybody involved, man. It was just really cool.
The fire alarm was pulled.
Yeah, somebody pulled the fire alarm, but it wasn't somebody from our party.
We're pretty sure it's in Cheers.
It was in Cheers, but somebody pulled it right at 2 a.m., man. So it was already when everybody was leaving, but they had to clear out the whole fucking hotel, man.
People were climbing on the fire truck.
Yeah. It was a pretty wild party, dude. But it was so fun, man. And again, shout out to Nevada and also Bubba Starts. He came out and played before Camp Comfort did. And
oh yeah, Bubba's great. Yeah,
yeah. And Oakley Ty came down and spun some vinyl at the beginning of the party, which was really cool. So yeah, I mean, it was like I said, I was super humbled with everybody that showed up.
It got real north side after 2.
It got weird.
It was fun,
man. Yeah, that's what time we got here.
Oh, 7:33.
Yeah, they're gonna start downstairs pretty soon.
Oh shit, it's 7:33 already.
Wow.
All right,
which we've been on for an hour now. This was cool, man. Thank you so much for having us, dude.
Yeah, man.
Again,
it's pretty lax.
Casting pods in the Black Hills.
Yep.
With Brandon Tobar. Today's hottest music, Hot 93.1 and 97.5.
That's cheesy. That's his cheesy one.
Is that what he sounds like normally?
Gotta hold on to that fire.
What is that? Is that vodka?
No, it's water, bro.
Oh, I was like, did you go get a drink?
I wanted to. I asked you to bring beer, man. What the hell, bro?
I know, man. I'm slacking.
I'm an alcoholic over here.
If we got another beer sponsor out there, let me know for next time.
Yes.
All right, guys. We're going to wrap her up. We're going to wrap it up.
Is there anything you didn't want to touch on or wanted to touch on and you couldn't?
Thanks for being here and talking about radio stuff in the Black Hills.
Yeah.
Like,
and just let it know, man, we're open to doing stuff locally and trying to find local artists and stuff like that. We're definitely open to that, you know, doing interviews or whatever the case may be. Because like I said, Home Slice is starting this podcast network. So maybe we don't do it on air, but maybe we bring you in and we do a local podcast or something about
we share you on
artists.
Social media. You got to understand that we want it. We want it just as bad as anyone. Yeah. I mean, you know, we're trying to find ways.
I know you fellas do.
It just makes sense.
The big wigs, the old big wigs.
Well,
there's an older generation.
It's just got to make sense.
Yeah.
You know, if it doesn't make sense, then yeah. So, anyways, we're definitely open to that. And you know, me and Zach are always cool about anybody reaching out to us and asking us anything, man. We're always open about that, dude.
Cool, good, awesome. Yeah. Thanks a lot for being here. Sorry. We've tried to do this several times. Tried to schedule you guys. I didn't know you guys were homies. I didn't know. Like, that's awesome.
Anytime.
That's cool.
Yeah, dude.
No, we're good.
We're open to doing this anytime.
Yeah, actually, I'd like to have you guys, and then maybe if we can get Kevin or Murdoch.
Yeah, Murdoch is the dude to talk to for sure. Nothing against Kevin, but he's so innovative and so smart with where this media is going.
Murdoch is, man.
He's just crazy.
He's a brilliant.
I'm really happy that I get to work for that guy, dude.
He's okay.
I'm not trying to I'm just saying, like,
don't forget to cup the bowl.
I'm just saying, like, the dude really knows what he's doing, man, and I'm just happy that I get to work for him.
He's got style.
For sure.
I like when he puts the stripes in the side of his head, like during the rallies.
That rally thing. Like,
that's cool. He's a cool guy.
It was dumb. That was dumb, Murdoch. Buy him a whiskey, though, and he'll be all about it, dude.
All right. Anything you guys want to say before we go?
No. Thanks again, man.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't talk shit about us.
Fireball and XROCK.
We love everybody. Stitch with 93.1.
Thanks. Take it easy, folks.
Deuces.
See you guys.